Vulnerability, often misconstrued as a weakness, is, in essence, a profound strength. It's the courage to shed the masks we wear, revealing our authentic selves to the world. This act of openness, though daunting, unlocks a realm of deeper connections, trust, and personal growth. We're conditioned to hide our vulnerabilities, fearing judgment and rejection. But this facade of perfection is a barrier to genuine human connection. Embracing vulnerability means acknowledging our imperfections, fears, and longings, allowing others to see us as we truly are, beautifully and unapologetically human. When we share our stories and reveal our scars, we create space for empathy and understanding. This mutual vulnerability fosters trust, transcending superficial interactions and forging bonds of genuine intimacy. Beyond relationships, vulnerability is a catalyst for personal growth. It empowers us to confront our fears, acknowledge our shortcomings, and step boldly into the unknown. In the professional world, it fosters trust, collaboration, and authentic leadership, creating an environment where innovation and creativity thrive. Embracing vulnerability is a journey, not a destination. It requires courage to confront our deepest fears and expose our raw selves, but with a supportive community and self-compassion, we can navigate this path, recognizing that vulnerability is not a weakness but a testament to our resilience and willingness to embrace the fullness of human experience. Ultimately, vulnerability is a gift, a wellspring of self-acceptance and genuine connection. By daring to be vulnerable, we unlock our own potential and contribute to a tapestry of empathy, understanding, and boundless possibility. So let us embrace vulnerability, not as a weakness to be shunned, but as a strength to be celebrated, a strength that empowers us to live our truths, forge genuine connections, and contribute our unique and beautiful threads to the ever-evolving tapestry of life. In the intricate tapestry of human existence, vulnerability has often been misconstrued as a weakness, a flaw to be concealed and suppressed. We've been conditioned to believe that strength lies in emotional armor and invulnerability. However, recent scientific insights challenge this deeply ingrained belief, revealing vulnerability as a profound wellspring of authenticity, resilience, and genuine human connection. Neuroscience and vulnerability. Neuroscience offers illuminating insights into the transformative power of vulnerability. When we dare to bare our souls, shedding the masks of invulnerability, a remarkable cascade of neurological events unfolds. Brain regions associated with emotional processing and empathy become activated, fostering a heightened sense of connection and understanding between individuals. Simultaneously, areas linked to fear and self-preservation become less active, allowing us to transcend the shackles of our self-protective instincts and engage in deeper, more meaningful interactions. This neural dance underscores the profound impact vulnerability can have on our relationships and overall well-being. By embracing vulnerability, we create an environment of psychological safety where trust, empathy, and genuine understanding can flourish. In such an environment, individuals feel empowered to express their authentic selves without fear of judgment or rejection, fostering a deeper sense of intimacy and connection that transcends the superficial. Vulnerability and resilience. Moreover, the practice of vulnerability cultivates resilience, a vital component of mental and emotional well-being. When we confront our fears, acknowledge our limitations, and embrace the fullness of our experiences, both triumphs and setbacks, we develop a profound sense of self-acceptance and inner strength. This resilience serves as a potent buffer against life's inevitable challenges, enabling us to navigate difficulties with grace, wisdom, and a steadfast belief in our ability to overcome. Vulnerability in leadership. Beyond personal growth and interpersonal connections, the science of vulnerability holds profound implications for organizational and leadership development. Vulnerability fosters authentic leadership, where leaders dare to shed the armor of invulnerability and embrace their own imperfections and limitations. By modeling vulnerability, leaders create an environment of psychological safety, where team members feel empowered to take calculated risks, share their ideas, and learn from their failures without fear of reprisal. This fosters a culture of innovation, creativity, and continuous growth, enabling organizations to thrive in an ever-changing and competitive landscape. Embracing the challenges. The journey of embracing vulnerability is not without its challenges. It requires us to confront our deepest fears, strip away the layers of protection we have carefully constructed, and expose our raw, authentic selves to the world. There will be moments of discomfort, moments when the allure of retreating behind our emotional fortresses seems irresistible. Yet it is in these moments that we must summon our courage and resilience, reminding ourselves that vulnerability is not a weakness but a profound strength, a testament to our capacity for growth, self-acceptance, and genuine human connection. By cultivating a supportive community that celebrates vulnerability as a virtue and honors the courage it takes to bare our souls, we can create a safe haven where our vulnerabilities can unfurl without fear of judgment or rejection. Scientific evidence suggests that the practice of vulnerability can have tangible benefits for our physical and mental well-being. Studies have linked vulnerability and self-acceptance to improved immune function, better stress management, and even increased longevity. By embracing our authentic selves and releasing the burden of perfection, we free ourselves from the toxic effects of self-criticism and emotional suppression, paving the way for a life of greater overall well-being and vitality. The science of vulnerability invites us to reframe our perspective, to challenge the deeply ingrained beliefs that have kept us shackled to fear and self-doubt. It beckons us to embrace the fullness of our humanity, to celebrate the richness of our shared experiences, and to cultivate a life of authentic connection, resilience, and boundless personal growth. By weaving the thread of vulnerability into the tapestry of our existence, we not only unlock our own limitless potential, but also contribute to the greater tapestry of human understanding, empathy, and collective flourishing. Authenticity Unleashed: The Gifts of Vulnerability. In the grand tapestry of life, vulnerability often shimmers as an overlooked thread, its true brilliance masked by misconceptions and fears. We've been taught to equate vulnerability with weakness, a flaw to be hidden away. But what if this deeply ingrained belief is a fallacy, a distortion that keeps us from experiencing life's richness? In truth, vulnerability is not a deficiency, but a profound strength, a wellspring of authenticity and genuine connection. When we dare to embrace vulnerability, we unlock a life of profound meaning, empathy, and personal growth. It's a courageous act, shedding the masks of perfection and stepping into the world with open hearts. The essence of vulnerability. At its core, vulnerability is the recognition that we are all imperfect beings, navigating life's complexities with our unique blend of strengths, weaknesses, hopes, and fears. To deny this reality is to deny the very essence of our shared humanity. By embracing vulnerability, we acknowledge the beauty and richness that lie within our imperfections, struggles, and moments of raw authenticity. Vulnerability in action. Consider the artist who pours their heart onto a canvas, laying bare their soul for the world to witness. It is in this act of vulnerability that true art is born, transcending mere technique to touch the hearts of those who behold it. Similarly, the writer who shares their innermost thoughts and experiences forges a profound connection with readers, inviting them to see themselves reflected in the tapestry of human emotion. In our personal relationships, vulnerability is the cornerstone of genuine intimacy. When we shed the armor of emotional guardedness, we open ourselves to the possibility of truly knowing and being known by those we hold dear. It is through vulnerability that we forge bonds of trust, empathy, and understanding, bonds that transcend the superficial and provide the foundation for relationships of depth, meaning, and lasting fulfillment. A catalyst for growth. Beyond relationships, vulnerability is a catalyst for personal growth. It empowers us to confront our fears, acknowledge our shortcomings, and step boldly into the unknown. In the professional world, it fosters trust, collaboration, and authentic leadership. creating an environment where innovation and creativity thrive. Embracing the journey. Of course, the journey of embracing vulnerability is not without its challenges. It requires us to confront our deepest fears, strip away the layers of protection we have carefully constructed, and expose our raw, authentic selves to the world. There will be moments of discomfort, moments when the allure of retreating behind our emotional fortresses seems irresistible. Yet it is in these moments that we must summon our courage, reminding ourselves that vulnerability is not a weakness but a profound strength. By cultivating a supportive community that celebrates vulnerability and honors the courage it takes to bare our souls, we can create a safe haven where our vulnerabilities can unfurl without fear of judgment or rejection. The rewards of authenticity. Ultimately, the journey of embracing vulnerability is a journey of self-acceptance, self-love, and a deep reverence for the tapestry of human experience that weaves us all together. It is a recognition that our flaws, our struggles, and our moments of raw honesty are not liabilities but gifts, threads that add richness, depth, and authenticity to the masterpiece of our lives. By daring to be vulnerable, we not only unlock the doors to our own personal growth and fulfillment but also contribute to the greater tapestry of human connection, weaving our threads into a masterpiece of empathy, understanding, and boundless potential. So let us embrace vulnerability, not as a weakness to be shunned, but as a strength to be celebrated, a strength that empowers us to live our truths, to forge genuine connections, and to contribute our unique and beautiful threads to the ever-evolving tapestry of life. Breaking down the walls. Practical steps to embrace vulnerability. Embracing vulnerability is, well, a courageous act that requires shedding the protective layers we've built around ourselves. This guide will walk you through practical steps to help you cultivate vulnerability, including setting healthy boundaries, practicing self-compassion, and communicating openly and honestly. By following these steps, you will learn to navigate this journey with grace, building resilience, and fostering genuine connections with yourself and others. The goal: embracing authenticity. By following this guide, you will learn how to cultivate vulnerability in your daily life, breaking down the walls that keep you from experiencing life's richness and forming meaningful connections. You will discover how to embrace your authentic self, build resilience, and unlock profound personal growth. Materials or prerequisites. An open mind and a willingness to embark on a transformative journey. A journal or a safe space to explore your thoughts and emotions. A supportive community of friends, family, or a trusted confidant. Embracing vulnerability is a courageous act that requires shedding the protective layers we've built around ourselves. This guide will walk you through practical steps to help you cultivate vulnerability, including setting healthy boundaries, practicing self-compassion, and communicating openly and honestly. By following these steps, you will learn to navigate this journey with grace, building resilience, and fostering genuine connections with yourself and others. Cultivate self-awareness. Spend time in quiet reflection, exploring your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without judgment. Identify the areas where you feel most vulnerable and embrace them as an inherent part of your humanity. Practice mindfulness to stay present and attuned to your inner world. Develop self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a beloved friend. When you make mistakes or face challenges, respond with self-compassion rather than self-criticism. Acknowledge your vulnerabilities without judgment and offer yourself the support and encouragement you need. Set healthy boundaries. Recognize that vulnerability does not mean sacrificing your well-being or surrendering your personal boundaries. Identify your emotional, physical, and mental limits and communicate them clearly to others. Practice saying no when something violates your boundaries or makes you feel uncomfortable. Communicate with authenticity. Express your thoughts, feelings, and needs openly and honestly without fear or apology. Share your vulnerabilities with trusted individuals, allowing them to see your authentic self. Practice active listening, creating a safe space for others to be vulnerable with you. Embrace imperfection. Let go of the need for perfection and the fear of judgment or failure. Celebrate your flaws and quirks as part of what makes you uniquely and beautifully human. Reframe perceived weaknesses as opportunities for growth and learning. Foster resilience. When you face challenges or setbacks, remind yourself of your inherent strength and resilience. Seek support from your community and allow yourself to be vulnerable in their presence. Reflect on past experiences where you navigated difficult situations with courage and perseverance. Start small. Embrace vulnerability in manageable steps, gradually expanding your comfort zone. Surround yourself with a supportive community that values authenticity and vulnerability. Celebrate your progress no matter how small, and acknowledge the courage it takes to be vulnerable. Practice self-care and replenish your emotional reserves when needed. Remember that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness, and that it takes courage to embrace it. Potential pitfalls and how to avoid them. Confusing vulnerability with oversharing or disregarding personal boundaries. Allowing fear or self-doubt to hold you back from embracing vulnerability. Surrounding yourself with individuals who do not respect or value vulnerability. Neglecting self-care and emotional well-being in pursuit of vulnerability. Checking for success. Notice a deepening of your self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-compassion. Experience a greater sense of authenticity and genuine connection in your relationships. Observe an increased resilience and ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and courage. Feel a profound sense of personal growth and a renewed appreciation for the richness of the human experience. Addressing potential problems and solutions. If you struggle with self-criticism or negative self-talk, seek support from a therapist or counselor. If your vulnerability is met with judgment or negativity, reevaluate your relationships and surroundings. If you find yourself overwhelmed or emotionally drained, take a step back and practice self-care. If you encounter resistance or fear, remind yourself of the rewards that come from embracing vulnerability. Remember, the journey of embracing vulnerability is a lifelong process, filled with both challenges and triumphs. By following these practical steps and remaining committed to your growth, you will cultivate the courage to break down the walls that have kept you from living your most authentic and fulfilling life. In the intricate dance of personal growth, few steps are as transformative as cultivating self-compassion. This profound practice involves treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and acceptance you'd extend to a cherished friend. It's about embracing your flaws and imperfections, recognizing that struggles and setbacks are an inherent part of the human experience. In a world that often glorifies relentless productivity and perfection, self-compassion is a revolutionary act. It's the gentle voice that counters the harsh inner critic, reminding you that you are worthy of love and acceptance, even amidst challenges. Self-compassion is a vital companion on the path to vulnerability. When we lack self-compassion, vulnerability feels threatening. Our inner critic amplifies our flaws, making us feel unworthy of connection. But self-compassion soothes these wounds, reminding us that our imperfections are part of our shared humanity. Imagine the freedom that comes from embracing your vulnerabilities with kindness. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes, you offer understanding. This shift in perspective creates space for growth, resilience, and the courage to live authentically. Self-compassion is a practice that requires dedication. It begins with mindfulness, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. When self-criticism arises, pause and ask, "How would I respond to a friend in this situation?" Then extend that same kindness to yourself. Another powerful exercise is writing a self-compassion letter. Imagine writing to a friend facing your challenges. Express empathy and encouragement, then read the letter to yourself, letting the words resonate. Reflect and reframe. Reflect on past experiences where self-compassion could have made a difference. Consider how embracing it in those moments could have eased your pain and fostered resilience. Remember, self-compassion isn't self-indulgence. It's a tool for growth and confronting challenges with honesty. Embrace your humanity. Embracing vulnerability is a journey of shedding protective layers. Self-compassion is your compass, reminding you that vulnerabilities aren't shameful, but gateways to connection and growth. Treat yourself with the kindness you deserve. Your courage, struggles, and imperfections are the essence of your beautiful, vulnerable humanity. Communicating with courage. Imagine a world where every conversation is an exercise in truth-telling, where souls bear their vulnerability without fear of judgment or rejection. A world where the words we speak are an unfettered expression of our innermost thoughts and feelings, unobstructed by polite fictions or emotional armor. What might we create in such a world? Alas, speaking our truth requires courage, a willingness to risk judgment, conflict, and the exposure of our vulnerabilities. It means abandoning the safe harbors of half-truths and evasions, casting off our protective masks, and revealing the tender, unguarded essence of who we are. This way of being feels dangerous, for it leaves us open to rejection, ridicule, and misunderstanding. And yet it is only through such radical authenticity that we can forge genuinely intimate connections and live a life of profound integrity. The cost of silence. Failing to communicate with courage carries a heavy price. When we swallow our truths, stifle our emotions, and avoid difficult conversations, a corrosive silence takes root. Resentments fester, misunderstandings multiply, and the connections that sustain us begin to wither. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, become brittle, hollow shells devoid of authentic intimacy. Consider the couple that avoids addressing long-standing grievances, carrying decades of unspoken hurts and disappointments between them, or the employee who remains silent in the face of an unethical workplace practice, sacrificing their integrity for the illusion of job security. In these silences, we sacrifice our truth and a part of our soul to maintain a fragile peace. The path to courageous communication. To embrace courageous communication is to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. It begins with a commitment to radical self-awareness, to peeling back the layers of self-deception and denial that obscure our deepest truths. This process can be uncomfortable, even painful, as we confront the aspects of ourselves we've long sought to hide, our insecurities, fears, and unmet needs. Yet from this crucible of self-examination emerges a clarity that empowers us to speak our truth with compassion and conviction. By fully owning our emotional landscapes, we free ourselves from the burden of pretense and gain the courage to have even the most difficult conversations. Courageous communication involves cultivating a set of practical skills. It means learning to express our needs and boundaries with clarity and kindness, without resorting to blame or accusation. It requires developing the capacity for deep, non-judgmental listening, creating space for others to share their truths without fear of reprisal or dismissal. And it necessitates a willingness to lean into discomfort, to embrace the messy complexity of human emotions and experiences without seeking tidy resolutions. The rewards of authenticity. While the path of courageous communication is arduous, the rewards are immense. By speaking our truth, we forge connections of unparalleled depth and intimacy. We create space for others to do the same, fostering a culture of vulnerability and trust that allows relationships to thrive. Consider the couple who, after years of silence and avoidance, finally summons the courage to have a raw, honest conversation about their unmet needs and resentments. The initial anguish gives way to a profound sense of relief and renewal as they clear the air and recommit to nurturing their bond with authenticity and empathy. Or the colleague who, after much agonizing, finds the courage to voice their ethical concerns to their superiors. Though the conversation is difficult, their integrity remains intact, and they regain a sense of self-respect that had been steadily eroding. Beyond the realm of personal relationships, courageous communication holds the key to creating more just, equitable, and compassionate communities and societies. When we summon the courage to speak truth to power, to challenge injustice and oppression, we plant seeds of transformation that can blossom into lasting change. Imagine the impact of a leader who, rather than clinging to a veneer of infallibility, openly acknowledges their mistakes and vulnerabilities. Such transparency humanizes those in positions of authority, fostering trust and inspiring others to embrace their own imperfections with grace and humility. Cultivating the capacity for courageous communication is a lifelong journey, one that requires vigilance, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. It demands that we shed the protective layers of ego, defensiveness, and emotional armor that have insulated us from the searing truth of our vulnerabilities. Yet the rewards of this journey, authentic connection, personal integrity, and a life lived with profound purpose and meaning, make the effort worthwhile. It is a path that leads us to our most fully realized selves, empowering us to show up in our relationships and in the world with courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to truth. So let us summon the bravery to speak our truths, to bear our vulnerabilities, and to create spaces where authentic connection can flourish. Let us embrace the discomfort of difficult conversations, for it is in these moments that the seeds of transformation are sown. And let us hold space for one another's journeys, offering empathy and understanding as we navigate the complexities of human experience together. In this way, we can forge a world where every interaction is imbued with the sacredness of truth-telling, where souls connect without barriers or pretense, and where the bonds that unite us are forged in the crucible of courageous communication. In the pursuit of authenticity and personal growth, we inevitably encounter moments of rejection and criticism, whether it's a job application denied, a creative project met with disapproval, or a personal choice that sparks backlash. These experiences can sting, leaving us feeling wounded and questioning our worth. Rejection triggers a cascade of emotions: disappointment, sadness, even anger. It can shake our confidence, making us doubt our abilities and choices. The harsh words of criticism can echo in our minds, amplifying our insecurities and fueling a spiral of self-doubt. However, rejection and criticism are not roadblocks, they're detours on the path to growth. Each experience, though painful, offers valuable lessons. It's an opportunity to refine our skills, reassess our goals, and develop resilience. Building resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, not just from setbacks, but to grow stronger because of them. It's about adapting and thriving amidst adversity. Cultivating resilience involves self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, recognizing that everyone faces rejection. Reframing. View criticism as feedback, not a personal attack. Extract valuable insights for improvement. Support system. Lean on trusted friends, mentors, or therapists for encouragement and perspective. Growth mindset. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and evolve. The courage to persevere. Remember, even the most successful individuals face rejection. It's part of the human experience. By developing resilience, you'll navigate these moments with grace, emerging stronger and more self-assured. Embracing the journey. Rejection and criticism are not failures, they're signposts on the path to authenticity. Embrace them as opportunities for growth and let them fuel your determination to live a life true to yourself. Remember, your worth is not defined by external validation, but by the courage you show in pursuing your dreams and embracing your unique journey. The courage to embrace the unseen. In this chapter, we've embarked on a journey of profound self-discovery, exploring the transformative power of vulnerability. We've challenged the conventional narrative that equates vulnerability with weakness, revealing it instead as a wellspring of authenticity, connection, and personal growth. We've delved into the science behind vulnerability, witnessing how it activates the neural pathways of empathy and compassion, fostering deeper connections and understanding. We've explored the practical steps to embrace vulnerability, from cultivating self-awareness and self-compassion, to setting healthy boundaries and communicating with courage. We've also navigated the inevitable challenges that arise on this path, learning to reframe rejection and criticism as opportunities for growth and resilience. Through it all, we've discovered that vulnerability is not a destination, but a lifelong journey, one that invites us to continuously shed the masks we wear and embrace the raw, unfiltered essence of who we are. As you continue on this path, remember that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your courage and strength. It is in the moments when we dare to be seen, flaws and all, that we truly connect with ourselves and others on a profound level. Embrace the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the raw beauty of vulnerability, for it is in these moments that we truly come alive. In the words of the poet Rumi, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Let your vulnerabilities be the portals through which light floods your being, illuminating your path towards a life of authenticity, connection, and boundless possibility.